In an exciting announcement made to all of North Penn High School, the national competition for the rights to Frozen, the Broadway musical, was announced to the students. The competition's theme, Love is an Open Door, is meant to endorse inclusion and outreach in high school theater programs across the country. Of the 300 schools that applied, one school in every U.S. state won exclusive rights to the musical. After a rigorous application process, one of these schools is our very own North Penn High School.
This is going to be a fun production for the whole community. It's a long way away, but I know the work starts now, right?
It does. It starts now.
The North Penn Theater Department is buzzing with excitement as they embark upon their production of Frozen, and they have Mrs. Andrea Lee Roney to thank for the opportunity, though the development didn't come without challenges.
So the application process actually turned into a very unnerving situation, because when I went into my account, when I found out about the competition and I went into my account to get the application through EDTA, my password didn't work, and it took over a week to get my password working, and I hadn't found out that we could actually apply for the competition until July 21st, so it was July 28th by the time I finally was able to look at the application, and I knew what I wanted to do, and I wanted to add some videos of our kids in action, and I didn't have the capability to edit those, and the people I needed were out of town. So I thought, okay, we will do the best we can, I will do the best I can. And Monday morning of August 1st, when it was due, I went on to the application again just to make sure that the times hadn't changed, that I had till 11:59 to get this all finished, and here they had extended it to August 8th, which was great news, because our technical people, Mr. Gilmer and Mr. Noah Golden, got back into town, and we were able to create some videos of our kids' actual work.
I swore you did.
Do not you love me?
No.
And here's another. Into my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedict.
Nice, beautiful girl, you're a dazzling, eyeful, beautiful girl. I could never trifle if I but dared to think you cared.
They were the two people and the principal who knew, and my husband, that we had applied. I told no one else. So I just waited, and I was sitting in drama major class in this room with my 7 drama major students, all of whom I knew would be very excited about this project, and the email came across my desk, and luckily I was wearing a mask that day because I found out we had been chosen. And that's where all of my MFA in acting came into play, of trying not to act excited or react to anything in front of them. And they also said, as part of it, EDTA had said, and Disney, that if the word leaked before they did the national announcement, that we could have our license taken away from us. And I kept my mouth shut. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And when they finally announced when they were going to make the announcement, about 2 days before, I went to Bob Gilmer, our administrator and head of all of our stuff we do with TV and film and everything, and I said, okay, we won. And 12 hours before the announcement, we brought the principal into the loop, and he gave us permission to ask teachers to stop classes at right before 10 o'clock and tune into North Penn TV. and they were ready to play the YouTube announcement from MTI, and that's how my students found out in different classes all around the building.
So I take the broadcasting class here, so I was in the studio. So I was one of the first people to find out before it was announced to the school. It was surreal, because I've been a Disney fan since I was little, so.
So here's the thing, my mom found it on the MTAI website, the competition, and she was like, Miss Roney should enter this competition. It sounds perfect for our school. I'm like, there is no way Miss Roney is gonna do Frozen. We're gonna do like some random musical I never heard of that's like set in like World War II and that like is crazy. And I'm like, I hope maybe we would write it ourselves again, like breathing through COVID. But then when it was Frozen, I was like, are you kidding? I'm so excited.
When I first found out that the show was going to be Frozen, I was sitting in my English classroom and I was kind of in disbelief and didn't even realize they were talking about like the theater program at first. And I just had no clue what it meant. But then when I finally realized, I was just like, it's such a big deal.
Well, I had just turned in my One Floor of the Cuckoo's Nest quiz, and on the speakers it went Frozen, and I was like, oh. I was just very excited, and I know it's going to be a great opportunity premiering Frozen, the full musical version, in Pennsylvania, and I'm just very excited to get this show on the road. Chugga, 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 clap, clap, roll. Okay.
The day it was announced, we were actually doing a really big lab in my chem class, and everybody in my chem class kind of moaned when the lab was interrupted for Frozen. I was the only one smiling in that room, but I love Frozen. I'm a Disney kid. I was so excited.
We've been pretty excited, but we had another show to do, Radium Girls, prior to getting to Frozen, so we put our concentration on that, and now we're flipping to Frozen.
Auditions officially started with a round of vocal preliminaries. Michelle Patelmo and Sawyer Steinbauer gave us a peek at the process.
So first I did vocal auditions and we went into the chorus room and we just had to sing a little song. Miss Riley was on the Google Meet, she's our vocal director, and then Miss Roney and Miss Buckner were in the room, and it was really comfortable. You just had to sing your song and then you pieced. Was it amazing? No. Hold on, was that great? No, but I think I did pretty good. I am proud of myself because I was really nervous, but I think I did pretty good.
I'm Sawyer Steinbauer and I'm in 11th grade, and I'll be singing Hans of the Southern Isles. I'm only the 13th son of a king, of a very small kingdom, of very small islands to the south. It was intense. A lot of people were coming out very scared, and a lot of people were going in very scared. My audition, I felt like it could have gone better. Like, I enjoyed it, but I missed a few notes, missed a couple rhythms, you know, the whole shebang.
There were 2 audition songs, a sample of For the First Time in Forever for alto and soprano voices, and a sample of Hans of the Southern Isles for tenor and bass voices.
Please accept the humblest of apologies from a clumsy prince who's only come to serve, and please, with a line of mean big brothers that goes on for miles. A man you won't see in a statue of bronze, just Hans of the Southern Isles. Thank you.
Here's how this is going to play out. We're going to do our scenes tonight. I'm going to take a lot of notes. At 7:30, 7:45, whatever it is, somebody may be running over to do dance. That's great. You all know that you need to do 1 vocal, 1 dance, and 1 acting preliminary auditions, right? You all are aware of that. Okay, the concept for this show. We're not allowed to do anything that's what Disney has done either in the films or in the Broadway show. So I'll tell you one thing I know right now. We are setting this play in the medieval period, okay? So that is opening up a whole kinds of things. And part of that is because the original Snow Queen kind of travels between Denmark, Sweden, Norway, if you've read the original story. And in the medieval period, all those places were still kind of loosely connected. Villages, they weren't separate nations. And things like the intricate embroidery we've come to know from those particular cultures was just getting started. And so that opens up a whole thing for us to do. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Here we go.
Eager to start another part of the three-step audition process, after the afternoon's vocal tryouts, some students scheduled their acting auditions.
Acting auditions, we picked a scene, me and some of my friends picked a scene beforehand to practice, and then one of the girls was like, hey, do you want to do this soon with me? So it's kind of like a grab and pull, just on your own, and you get to either practice a scene outside of school, or you can just do it on a whim. And they're pretty notable characters, so it's pretty easy to do. But it's really fun overall, and you get to connect with people in a way you usually couldn't. I played Anna in both scenes, and I'm not really an Anna in real life, but it was really fun to get to play into that like naivete and like, oh, it'll all be fine, when obviously the musical / movie goes places.
It's so beautiful.
Did you know your sister could do this?
I didn't know anything.
What are we gonna do when we find her? What's your plan?
I'm going to.
One thing, I want a nice costume. Please, Miss Beegert, please give me a nice costume. I know you will, I trust you, but please.
I'm auditioning for Princess Anna, and I just went into it without stressing at all, because I just wanted to have fun.
Hi. Hi. Me? Oh, hi. You look beautiful. Thank you. You look beautifuler. I mean, not fuller. You don't look fuller, just more beautiful. That's Mother's dress, isn't it? Fits you perfectly. You think so? Thank you.
Well, I've loved Princess Anna ever since I was a little girl, and I see a lot of myself in her. And from doing theater for so many years, I just feel like it would be a really good way to close out my senior year.
What is that amazing smell? Chocolate!
With many auditions and limited scenes to choose from, there was bound to be some overlap.
Nice duet.
What are you doing out here?
What are you doing out here?
I live out here.
Oh, well, I'm looking for my sister.
You mean the sister who just ruined my ice business?
No offense, but I think we have bigger problems than your ice business.
Fine. Don't let me distract you from your bigger problems.
Fine.
Like the dress, by the way.
Thank you. I like it.
Wouldn't go that way if I were you.
Or that way. What do you think, Sven? Well, Kristoff, I think she's gonna die on her own.
I don't know. She's made it this far. I, for one, am pretty impressed. Still, maybe you should offer to help her.
I would, but I don't think she'd take it.
How can you help me?
Well, the storm came from the North Mountain, which is where I'm guessing you'll find your sister.
But to do that, you'll need warmer clothes, which I've got. And climbing gear, which I've got.
And climbing skills, which I've also
got. I get it. You're hired.
Great, let's go then.
So tell me, what made the queen go all ice crazy?
Oh, well, it was my fault. I got engaged.
And she freaked out because I'd only just met him, that day.
And she said she would less than marry.
Wait. You got engaged to someone you just met.
Yeah. Anyway, I got mad, and so she got
Hang
mad.
on.
You got engaged to someone you just met?
Yes. Why is everyone so hung up about that?
Didn't your parents ever warn you about strangers?
Yes. They did. Hans is not a stranger.
Okay, so what's his last name?
Of the Southern Isles.
Foot size?
Foot size doesn't matter.
But knowing a man before you marry him kind of does.
Of course, our co-director and choreographer, who had actually retired at the end of last year, made the decision to come back for the show. So I feel like we're back to having our team together and how we've approached shows for the last 18 years, and I'm very excited about that.
As vocal auditions delivered the stress and acting auditions provided opportunity for real character work, the dance preliminaries were a chill and fun change of pace. As students warmed up, Mrs. Deborah Buckner prepared to teach students the choreography to the audition song, Huga.
It's also the part where they say, now it's the drinking portion. So there's going to be a section where I'm going to ask us, we are actually in the show going to use tankards. on that part. So we have to have clinking and clanking and such. And we actually do it for me to actually assess at the end, although I will do that as you are working as well. I'm going to ask us to do it in a group of 6 or a group of 8. So you can form 2 lines for me. So you're going to hop on your right foot, hop, and then ball change on 1, 2. And then you're going to do the same thing back the other way. Hop, step, step. Hop, step, step. Hop, step, step. Hop, step, step. Where we do our hop, step, step, hop, step, step. Your hands are up here. And you're going to do a double clap on the ball change portion. Then we repeat to the left, left, right, left. Good.
I'm not a dancer at all. I took a couple dance classes back in the day, but not recently, especially due to COVID. But I felt like really comfortable. I didn't feel like anxiety at all. I just felt like fine. I was like, this is fun to do, and like I didn't feel like, oh, I'm gonna mess up this thing. I really just had to focus on like the emotion of it and how fun of a dance number it was.
All right.
These auditions were probably the most fun. I'm by no means a dancer, but it's so fun to get up there and just do a fun song and just have a lot of fun. I do love Oaken's song, Huga.
So we're going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, step, front, step, back.
In the sauna, in the nude. Don't worry about your body, nothing we haven't seen. Whip yourself with a branch and you will feel nice and clean. Go on, get in the sauna. Come on, you know you wanna. First you have to dance. Now it's time to drink. On going, we'll always have each other. The plug is brewed, we're here when noon, and so let's
that was good. That Slade, Mrs. Buckner, hats off to you for that choreo. That was so good.
I mean, I won't say I was the perfect dancer, but I had a lot of fun, and I thought I did pretty well.
I didn't know the people that I danced with very well before, and then now I get like that connection with them. So especially after casting, if we all get cast, I'm like, oh, I know someone, thank goodness.
Callbacks began right after preliminary auditions ended and lasted for a couple weeks as the casting for each principal part was narrowed down. Students were called back for vocal and acting callbacks as the search for Pennsylvania's first Anna and Elsa progressed.
I got a callback for Anna. To be honest, it's probably the most fun callbacks I've ever been at.
The main role that I've been going for this whole time is Hans. I loved playing a villain in our last show, Radium Girls. I was Lee, and I just kind of liked how everyone was like, hey, you make a great villain, and I want to punch you in the face. Like.
I really like seeing the connection between each person. So a lot of scene work, working with Hans, Christoph. Have people, but like all the different characters, seeing how everybody took the characters, because everybody plays it different because everyone is different. I want to prove to myself that I can do something that I put myself to, not what my friends put me up to, not what my parents put me up to, that I want to.
But what about the kingdom? You will make a great queen. You can't just leave it frozen.
I tried to keep it nice and sweet, or else I
Like
probably would have
yourself.
cried.
I got called back for Anna, so we've done singing callbacks. And callbacks for scenes, and they've kind of been like integrated together. Like we'll do a scene into a song.
Nothing but love, and no one will ever be shut up.
Hold on. I would never shut
Okay, can I just say something crazy?
I love crazy.
My life has been a series of doors in my face, and suddenly I'm into you.
I think callbacks are a lot of fun. They aren't as stressful as middle school.
Honestly, I think I did pretty good. I'm pretty confident with how things have been going so far. I am proud of myself. I put a lot of work into either memorizing or getting really comfortable with scenes and songs. And I don't really think I would change anything.
You have to kiss me.
What happened out there?
Elsa struck me with her powers.
You said she'd never hurt you.
I was wrong. She froze my heart. Only an act of true love can save me.
True love's kiss.
I can lose you, try see. Why can you turn to
I got called back for Elsa and Anna. It's pretty stressful. I didn't know if I could do my best, but the effort was there. They weren't too many things together, and the things that they weren't together, I just liked singing both parts anyway, so overall it was just pretty fun.
I mean, it's crazy.
What?
We finish each other.
Sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
I've never met someone who thinks so much like me.
Jinx again. Our mental synchronization can't have but one explanation. You
and I
were just meant to be. The callback process was long. Many canceled events to come to these callbacks. However, they're so much fun. They're like not stressful at all as compared to last year, so I'm having a blast. She only got the callback because she's a ginger. Please put that in.
It's true, guys, sorry. I'm pretty proud of it. I think I did some things pretty well, and some things I could have done better, but overall, I'm happy with what I did.
My entire life I've always played like villains and stuff just because I have like a bigger voice, like it's more chesty. But this one, it's like I've never gotten to play a Disney princess before, so like I've never gotten to go for it. So it made me a lot, like for the little girl who would always play villains. Of course everybody wants to be one of the main ones. As a belter, that's like a kind of singing type, of course Elsa.
Standing frozen in this life I've chosen. Please don't find me. The past is all behind me. Leave me in the snow. Let me go. No, Elsa, wait. Don't go. You'll never lose me, Anna, but you must leave now.
I was called back for Anna. I think playing Anna would be so much fun. Like, I just like her songs and everything. It's just like, yeah. Like, this is me. Like,
I've been having a lot of fun. These callbacks have been unlike any other callback I've been a part of.
Callbacks has been so much fun. Like when like this year for like auditions and callbacks was so fun. I was like having a ball over here. I feel good walking away from it. I feel like I put in my all.
And no one will ever be shut out.
I can never shut you out.
Can I just say something crazy?
I'm not crazy.
Oh, my life has been a series of doors in my face. And then suddenly I bump into you.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was called back for Christoph and Hans. There's good parts to both, you know. I just like to sing and dance, so whatever I can do that in, I'm happy.
I'll be happy with however the casting comes out because I know the North Penn will put on a great production.
Been a pretty long time since I have had a true lead. I think it would be really fun on my senior year to close it out with a lead role. It would be a lot of fun, and just to be able to spend time with my friends as much as possible.
This type of terror is new, and the fact that I can hardly breathe is now revealing how much I've changed because of you. You light the world for me. You live life fearlessly, braver than the
Callbacks have been pretty good. I'd say that everyone is doing a really fantastic job, and I'm scared of the competition.
You dare, you choose to feel and care. I thought that I was strong till I bumped into you. What do I know about love? What do I know about love? Everything I thought I did, you've done and changed it, kid. You're what I know about love.
Thank you.
Along with vocal and acting callbacks, some were called back for some movement work to determine who would take on Christoph's buddy, Sven.
funny, I'm not gonna lie. I've enjoyed watching this, it's a good laugh.
Look up some YouTube's reindeer walking and doing different things. Galloping, sleeping, whatever. Just find reindeer movements.
Can you figure out how that sitting would occur? Then you've got to sit. It's Okay, keep in mind, if you figured out how to go down, then what part of the animal gets up first? Front. So what we'd like to do is we're going to put you in a group of 3. 2 of you are humans, and 1 of you is Sven. And you want to have like a little dialogue so we can watch to see.
Sven, come on. It's not your fault that we're caught in a surprise, magical summer blizzard, and no one will give us a room, or a barn, or even a fish hut.
Everyone said absolutely and completely no reindeer. What do they have against reindeer?
They're just jealous. And you know why?
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 Your people will beat you and curse you and cheat you. Every one of them's bad, except you. Thanks, buddy.
You smell better than reindeers. Sven, don't you think I'm right?
It's once again true for all except you. Let's call it a night. Good night.
Don't let the frostbite bite.
Okay, the cast list has been posted. I turned my phone on airplane mode, so I won't find out through text. But here is me filming my reaction to the cast list.
I'm like, nervous, I'm gonna throw up.
Here we go, cast list just got released. Here we go. Here we go. Viewing for the first time. No cursing, Julia.
Whoa. You're kidding.
Toast to all our family and friends, together in a storm that never ends. So let it keep on going, we'll always have each other. The plug is brewed, we're here, we're new, and so let's have another
Physically, I am 6'2", but spiritually, I am 7 foot, so...